All right, guys. Welcome back to this episode of the Basshole Podcast. It's Chris. It's Peyton. It's Basshole Media. We're here for off-season Timberwolves talk now.
First Timberwolves talk of the off-season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Peyton will address the little hiatus we have. But yeah, today we're just going to be going over pretty much everything that's happened in the off-season so far, such as the Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lawrence situation, buying the team, as well as being some difficulties in the selling process within the internal executives of the organization. There's a power struggle going on right now. Thanks, Glenn Taylor. And what just happened this morning was Rookie of the Year was announced, and the result isn't what we wanted.
We got some strong opinions on that for sure.
Yeah,
but that's why we're calling this emergency Timberwolves talk. That's what really pulled us out of the cave. We haven't really had the urge to talk about the Timberwolves for the last month and a half. Has it been?
It's been
which is okay. I mean, everyone needs a little off season. We were going very strong, multiple podcasts a week there. So just to take a little break, and I mean, we're pretty low on Timberwolves news anyway. Yeah. So I think we were waiting for the Rookie of the Year to be announced to do this podcast.
Yeah, we didn't think it would take this long, too, is the other thing. Pretty much every other award got handed out. Even the All-NBA teams got handed out before the Rookie of the Year, which does not usually happen. So that was a little interesting. But, yeah, it's been a month and a half. We know. It's just, like Peyton said, there just wasn't a lot of news. The playoffs are happening right now. KD just had an awesome game. Playoffs have been interesting this year, but obviously the Wolves aren't in it, so we haven't had a ton to talk about. So it's a good time, though, because everything's starting to pile up. We have a bunch of stuff we can talk about today.
I think we should jump into the Anthony Edwards news first, just because I feel like that's what most people are going to be clicking on this video to talk about.
Yeah.
And first of all, I'd just like to address, I think Chris and I both have kind of been on the Anthony Edwards bandwagon before most people. I think even in the preseason, we could just see that he's going to be great. We could see that he had a lot of potential, and although he had a rough start to the season, I think the way that he ended the season was just so promising for the future, and I don't think a single Timberwolves fan could be disappointed with how Ant played this season, Rookie of the Year or not.
Yeah, I saw a stat today, actually, that from May 1st on, Anthony Edwards was averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's all NBA numbers. That is all NBA numbers by a long shot. If he can carry even just a little bit of that into his second year, like if he can carry his second half season into the second year, he's potentially an all-star. Maybe not even potentially. He might be a lock for all-star with those numbers.
With those numbers, for sure. And I just want to ask you a question. So, do you think that Lamelo should have won Rookie of the Year? What are your honest thoughts on that? Like, when you heard the news, were you surprised? And could you make an argument either way? Try to be as unbiased as possible.
Well, we'll start out with the was I surprised? And that is a resounding no. I was not surprised that LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year. And that's not because I thought he should have won Rookie of the Year. It's just because I knew already what was going to happen. There was reports of some of the ballots that came out. And one of the ballots actually had it went LaMelo Ball, Emmanuel Quickley, and then Tyrese Halliburton. So
no way, really?
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's 100 writers for Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. Some of them are good. Some of them are very, very high up in the NBA and really good writers who have been working at it for years. But when you see some of these little writers, not much bigger than Peyton and I here. Like, well, I'm going to be honest. They're part of news organizations, but, like, the following they attract is not much greater than some of these podcasts. Some of these episodes potentially, gain more traction than some of their stuff, some of their writings. So when I see a ballot that has LaMelo Ball, Emmanuel Quickley, and Tyrese Halliburton, like, that just spells out the issue with Rookie of the Year voting right there. That's just how awards are. They're judgment based, but that's just not right.
Doesn't make much sense. Yeah, no. At least it was between LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, and I think you could make a very good argument for either one of those guys. And I'm okay with LaMelo Ball winning Rookie of the Year. I don't think it's as big of a travesty as everyone's painting it out to be. Like, it's not like Ant was robbed. what really happened was LaMelo Ball in the beginning of the season was the standout rookie of the year. If he wouldn't have got hurt, no one would be questioning it, and Chris and I both would 100% be backing it. The problem is he got hurt, and Ant started playing amazingly.
Yeah.
Right at the same time. So Ant was down here, LaMelo was here, and then when LaMelo got hurt, it just started going boop, 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 boop. Mm-hmm. And I think most people could argue that by the end of the season, Ant was overall the rookie of the year. Now, the big argument that people like to say is LaMelo led the Hornets, changed the team around, changed the culture. But the problem is they didn't even make the playoffs.
No, and I don't know if they did better without him, but it was either better or the same without LaMelo.
Exactly.
So, I mean, there's two issues that I had with this voting, and these are two of the most valid arguments you guys are going to hear about this right now. The first argument is the Joel Embiid argument, because Joel Embiid was leading the MVP ranks almost unanimously. Like, no one questioned Joel Embiid's MVP status. Jokic and Curry were not on his level at the moment, and once he went down for, mind you, the same amount of games as LaMelo Ball, he got bounced from the MVP race, and Jokic went up. So, this brings me to the second point, is once LaMelo got injured and went to, I think, what did he get down to, 6 on the Rookie of the Year ladder?
Somewhere around there, yeah. He went way down.
Obviously, Anthony Edwards went from 2nd to 1st once LaMelo got injured. As I just mentioned, from May 1st on, Anthony Edwards outplayed LaMelo by a large margin. It was not even close. Actually, LaMelo had one of the worst parts of his season at the end of the year.
I think he had a 0-point game, like a 0-point game around there. Like he shot 0 for 11.
So how does it make sense that Anthony Edwards is number 1? You know, I can see LaMelo rise to 3 maybe. Tyrese Halliburton was playing better than him. You're going to tell me that Anthony Edwards, with better performances from May 1st on, got jumped by LaMelo Ball, who had worse performances from May 1st on. How does that work? How does he jump the timeline with worse performances? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I would like to hear, especially when you hear a voter like Stephen A. Smith say, right when LaMelo got hurt, he said, I don't care what happens the rest of the season, LaMelo Ball is my Rookie of the Year. Doesn't matter how amazing Ant plays, and he played so amazingly. Doesn't matter. LaMelo's the Rookie of the Year. He's so close-minded that he's not even going to look at the rest of the season. It's not Rookie of the first half of the season.
Yeah, and that's
Rookie of the Year.
That's kind of, this brings me into a point. Shout out Colin Cowherd's show on FS1. He kind of analyzes like guys' brains. Like, how can you possibly be a closed-minded voter and have those credentials to vote?
Is Stephen A. a voter? I'm
not sure if Stephen A. is, but there's writers who have probably the same attitude as Stephen A. had if he's not a writer. And congrats to LaMelo. He had a good season.
He had a great start to the season.
Yeah, arguably the best rookie. In the eyes of the voter, he was the best rookie. Mm-hmm. Peyton and I are both on the same page with this. We don't believe LaMelo was the best rookie this year. We really do think it was Anthony Edwards. And we also believe Anthony Edwards will probably have the better career than LaMelo.
For sure. And I was telling Chris this earlier before we hopped on. I really kind of wanted LaMelo to win. I think that 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, no one's going to care who won Rookie of the Year. And I think that really for Ant-Man, I think it's going to go to his advantage. If he really takes this personally, as some would say, as all the memes are saying on Instagram, if he takes it personally and just uses this as fuel, I only see it helping him. And in the end of his career, no one's going to care if he got Rookie.
What's that MJ meme from The Last Dance? That's when I got
So I took it personally.
Yeah,
people are cropping in Ant's face on that. That's what I was talking about.
That's when I took it personally. Yeah, and there was a tweet today that said, like, I don't know who tweeted it, but it said you've just awoken like the beast, and Anthony Edwards retweeted it, and that's he's putting out off-season workout videos. I do believe he's upset about this. I don't know what game it was, but the post game is he was asked if he was the Rookie of the Year, and he said yes. He said I'm the Rookie of the Year, then just left.
He's so weird.
I don't know. I'm so happy. I think we made the right pick.
We were just talking about that. If you could redraft, would you take LaMelo or Anthony Edwards? And both of us said Anthony Edwards.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, why? Like, it's just such a better fit for this team, and the way he was playing at the end of the season was just incredible.
And I don't know if you guys have been watching or some of you probably have, but we did a mock draft last year Peyton and I both put out our final mock drafts, and Peyton's I think was spot on. I think you took Anthony Edwards first, then Lamelo, and then Wiseman, or maybe you took Wiseman to the Warriors and then Lamelo. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think you might have got the top 3 right, but I actually chose Lamelo first, and I got to give some credit to you for that, because I think that's how I would do it.
I mean, we were kind of bummed out on draft night, to be honest. We really wanted Lamelo.
Yeah.
Might be because our clips with Lamelo were getting a lot more views than anyone else, but we really did. We saw a lot of promise in him, and I mean, they're both great players, and that is our kind of the motto of this podcast, is what we've been saying the whole year. It's okay to have 2 great players in one draft class. It's okay to have 3 great players in one draft. It's okay. You don't have to be Team Lamelo or Team Anthony Edwards. You can just, you know what? Like that there's 2 young rookies that are both going to be great NBA players, and just root them both on. It's not like we're big rivals or anything. Like, they can both succeed.
Yeah, and there is a big divide in this Rookie of the Year class for a reason. The Zion Ja one wasn't that big of a rivalry. Who was the one before that? I'm blanking right now. But the one I remember that was really close to this one was the Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons one.
Oh, yeah.
It's like strikingly similar to the situation. And not so much, instead of an injury, Ben Simmons just had a year up. That was kind of his
it's an asterisk.
It's an asterisk, yeah. And Donovan Mitchell had an incredible year that year, and was actually a rookie. So
but look at him now.
Both of
them are in the playoffs.
And who would I take right now? I would take Donovan Mitchell in a heartbeat over Ben Simmons. I would. Right. I truly would. So Rookie of the Year doesn't define you as a person. A lot of the greats are Rookie of the Years. MJ's a Rookie of the Year. LeBron's a Rookie of the Year. Wiggins is.
Michael Carter Williams.
Malcolm
Brogdon. Look at all those greats that are Rookie of the Year.
And look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, CP3.
It really doesn't matter.
Rookie of the Year doesn't define you. And, at the end of the day, it's just an award. It means nothing towards your basketball career. It's just an award. The only awards that really matter are rings. And I think at the end of his career, he's not going to look back and be too bummed out he missed out on it. Because
only a positive. But we want to get a little fan interaction here. Let's hear your takes in the comments. Are you really pissed about this? Like, is this really ruining your day, or are you do you understand? We just want to hear some people in the comments. If you're a Lamelo fan, tell us why Lamelo should have won. If you're a Tyrese Halliburton fan, tell us why Tyrese should have won. We just want to. If you're a Denny Avdia fan, you can leave a comment down there too. Yeah, just let us know what you think. We're gonna get back to everyone and just see how it goes. But let's get into that A-Rod situation. I honestly have not been following it too closely, so I think you can explain it to me and everyone else what's going on, because I swear I get a new notification and I just don't have no clue what's going on. Yeah. It makes no sense to me.
See, I'm a little fuzzy on it too, but I'm going to do my best, I guess, if you guys have been following along.
Put you on the spot there, my bad.
Yeah, so A-Rod and Mark Lore signed to terms to buy the team, obviously. Everyone saw that. But the big issue is the minority partner who has a stake in the Timberwolves, who's owed $300 million of this purchase, I believe. And the whole issue is when the money is to be delivered to him, because he wants it immediately, I guess. But that obviously can't happen in the sale of $3 billion team.
Right.
It makes no sense, but I guess there's a legal argument there, and now...
Wasn't there something also about the team being moved, how that wasn't in the contract?
That wasn't... See, people thought that was part of the big issue, but that really wasn't. The team's... there's been multiple reports.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's just so much crap.
There's a lot of crap going on, but the for sure thing we know is actually our dude T-Wolves Country. Shout out to T-Wolves Country. He's a great IG page for the Wolves. I think he might be the best Wolves page
he's my favorite on IG. Sure, yeah.
But he commented on one of A-Rod's posts and said, "Don't move the team," said, "Don't move the team from Minnesota," and A-Rod said, "We're not." like commented just were not at him. And his comment got on like ESPN, Bleacher Report, the local news here. Like that's pretty cool. So shout out to T-Wolves country for that. But hey, A-Rod just said he's not going to move the team, and Mark Lore also said he's not going to move the team, and a lot of interviews, and Glenn Taylor said he's not going to let them move the team.
So it's a lot of clickbait, would you say? People are just trying to clickbait that Timberwolves are going to move. I also saw that like the league won't let them move.
Well, the league is operating at a stance that they want expansion, not relocation. And
right.
It would only make sense to make 2 more teams, not move one and only make 1 team. They need an even amount of teams. So they're going to eventually add Seattle. They're going to eventually add Vegas. And the thing that people don't understand who don't live in Minnesota is that most people think that Minnesota, is just a random place for sports. But actually, the Minnesota and Twin Cities area is I think a top 10 market in sports in the U.S.
For sure.
So, no, the NBA does need a team in Minneapolis. There is once if the Timberwolves get good, there will be a very large following, just like there is for the Twins and the Vikings. The Vikings have one of the largest fan bases in the NFL. It makes sense. The Midwest is fully comprised of no other football teams besides the Bears, Packers, and Vikings. So all those states are cheering for one of those teams. But yeah, I kind of just rambled there. But also another piece of news.
It's late, by the way. It's like 11:30. This emergency Timberwolves talk. I mean, give us a break if we're a little all over the place.
But also, A-Rod and Mark Lore also want KG to be a minority owner,
which is huge news. Awesome. That's awesome.
Because that means we can get KG's jersey retired too, because he'll be ready when he's an owner of the business. And also another piece of info. I don't know if you saw this, but actually, the Saunders family has like 0.24%.
Really?
In the Timberwolves, yeah. So that's going to be paid out to them, which I thought was kind of interesting.
There you go, Ryan. I wonder what Ryan's up to. I sometimes randomly think about I've heard 0 things about him since.
I heard a Gophers position, but obviously he didn't get hired. I don't even know the Gophers' new coach.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. There's not really any AAU talent staying in Minnesota, by the way, with the new coach either. So,
no, not like it. No, Chet's out here.
Chet's out, but. Yeah, I don't know what Saunders is going to be up to. I hope he finds something, man.
Yeah, but is he still living in the cities? Is he even going to coach again? I never heard
Did he get married, did I see? Was someone No, he was already married.
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ever since he got fired, the night he got fired and we did our last emergency Timberwolves talk, just haven't heard a word from him.
No, I mean...
Is Dane Moore still going strong on the tweets?
I think so. Yeah, Dane Moore.
I'd love to hear what he has to say about the... Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. You know what? There is a lot of Timberwolves news out kind of right now. But yeah.
Rubio had a few. There's a few things about Rubio. What did he say, that he wasn't fully happy with how the season went, but he wants to stay or something?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we could get into trade talk too with that, but.
Yeah, so I think we covered the A-Rod situation as best as we could.
There's a lot of moving parts, and it's still heavily moving right now. So once we get the full story, we're gonna keep doing off-season Timberwolves talks. We're getting back into it slowly but surely.
But what you can say is, for now at least, it seems like the Timberwolves are gonna stay in Minnesota. I think you can bet on that almost.
I'd bet my money on the Wolves.
Yeah, so nothing to worry about with that, really, to be honest. But it's good.
Trade ideas. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the fun segments, right? I'm actually really content with the core of this roster, but there's obviously pieces that need to be addressed on this roster. And
ever since day one, the one thing we've wanted, literally ever since Rondae Hollis Jefferson got cut, we've been saying the same thing. I think we're sitting in the same spot.
I think so too. We have a lot of incapable fours, that being pretty much just Wancho and
Vando.
Vando's a bench guy. We're going to be honest here. Yeah. Vando's an awesome energy guy off the bench. Nice 10th guy in the rotation, 10th or 11th. So I'd like to keep Vando on the team. I hope he re-signs here on a good contract. We don't have a lot of cap space, by the way. I think we're going into the 2022 with negative $17 million. We gotta fix that. But there's new contracts coming, and there's contracts leaving. I would not like to bring Culver back. I would like to trade him. Okogie.
I like
That's
Okogie,
tough.
man.
I'd like to keep Okogie.
Remember at the end of the season when he was shooting, he was playing great towards the end of the season.
That's true. So let's each pick 3 players we want off the team.
Off the team? Ricky. Ricky's my number 1. I want him off the team. I think it'd just be better for him. It'd be better for the team. I think everyone would just be content if Ricky was off the team. No offense. I love Ricky Rubio, by the way. For sure, Ricky, Jake Layman. Love the guy. But,
sorry, Jake.
And who else? I'm trying to... Probably, I don't know.
So you're on Culver's side.
I like Culver. I think he played great in the preseason and early start of the season. And I think he was just
confidence again.
He was just plagued with injury, and I think he just needs a few people to believe in him. And if I'm one of the people that are going to believe in him, that's okay. So
if you're giving him, this has to be his last season though. If we keep Culver and he's the same thing as, are we done?
Yeah, but I don't.
Can we close the book? Can we just send him to another team, and hopefully, if he balls out there, he balls out.
Yeah, and I think that might be the best thing for him. It could be like a Markelle Fultz situation.
See, what my idea was that Pistons guy, Sekou. He's a 4, and he's kind of in the same situation as Jarrett Culver, where they were good players, high draft picks, but they just possibly in the wrong situation. Yeah. So would you be like a straight up swap of somebody? 2 bad situations make 2 positives, maybe.
Maybe, and you can only hope for the best in that for both those guys if that happens. But I think, I don't know. No offense to Juancho, but I didn't see it from him this year, man. I'm sorry. He had one great game against the Lakers where he looked like Hakeem. Remember he had like 30 points.
Yeah, no, he
had 23 in the first half.
Yeah, he had like 7 straight threes or something.
Yeah, just ridiculous, but I would be okay again with Juancho and upgrading to a little bit better before. I think I'd be okay with that. And if we had to get rid of Culver, I think I wouldn't be too upset by that.
Okay. Could cut ties with him. I would probably go, do we bring Ed Davis back on a vet's minimum?
Hell no, man.
Ed's out.
Ed's out, but that doesn't count. He didn't.
Ed doesn't count.
No.
Okay.
A real player.
Okay. I'm gonna start with Jake Layman. Didn't get much playing time with Finch. I don't know what Saunders saw in the guy, but
I saw a lot. Wasn't he starting him?
Layman started a lot in the Saunders era, so that's potentially why Layman should leave, just like Saunders.
He actually, honestly, all due respect, he's pretty solid. Like
he's okay. I mean, my whole thing is if you're like a guy fighting for a rotation spot on the Timberwolves, that's right. Not someone you want on your team.
Yeah, right.
Next, I would go Culver. I'd go Culver.
Yeah, you've hated Culver, man.
I think my feelings for Culver have been a roller coaster ride this year. Every single podcast, I changed my opinion on Culver.
If I could find the clip, ever since Chris said that Culver and Anthony Edwards are the next Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
No, hey, hold on. If someone who can find that clip and send it to me, maybe you'll get a shout out in the next video. But Peyton legitimately said this and got called out so bad by me or someone else. I forgot who it was.
No, I think you said that, man.
No, the viewers will. The viewers, once they find that clip, will see.
Yeah, someone go look at it. I'm pretty sure Chris said that though. It's in the Timberwolves Talk of the preseason reaction. I'll tell you that.
I don't know if I said Jarrett Culver.
You did.
I hope I did. I thought that was you that said that, but I hope that wasn't me. I would go Jarrett Culver, Layman. I feel like there's someone I'm missing besides Juancho.
Yeah, there's definitely way more.
There's definitely someone.
I mean, Ricky, but
I'd probably go Ricky, but McLaughlin didn't have a great season either.
No, we need a backup point guard.
We do need a backup
unless we're
point
gonna keep Ricky, but I would be okay dishing Ricky.
Yeah, that $17 million Ricky Rubio contract's not.
I mean, honestly, we keep our core 4 and Malik Beasley. If we keep those guys, I don't care what we do with the rest of the roster.
That's fair.
We need Malik Beasley. I just can't part with Malik Beasley.
I agree. I think we do need Malik. That was a little alarming at the end of the season when he wasn't hitting shots, but I think it was just partially due to the off time with the hamstring injury. I think Malik's one of the most consistent players on this team, honestly. Like, if we need if we're going to be a 3-point shooting team like we were preaching all this year, we need Malik because besides Cat, there's really no one that hits threes at a high clip on this team.
Yeah, and I think you got to put Malik at 6-man. I think that's the key to this team, is if Malik can be the 6-man, lead the secondary rotation. So that leads us to one main problem, is that we need a 4. And I've seen some things about Myles Turner.
I've seen a lot
about him.
So would we have to give up Malik to get Myles Turner?
That's the problem, and I would not be willing to give up Malik for Myles Turner. But if we could somehow,
and I don't love dealing another first is the other issue.
You think he has that much value?
No, I would either trade Malik or I would trade a first for Myles, and I don't even know if I'd do it Malik for Myles straight up swap. Like no. Myles is one of the best defensive players in the game as a big, but it's I don't know. I don't know if I do that or not because Malik's just on an amazing contract right now. There's nothing else to it. If we have him for 4 years locked up, $14 million a year?
I think so. Something
for a 20-point per game scorer.
And people said he was overpaid. Shout out to Malik, by the way, man. He's almost he's out of jail pretty soon, right? No, he's got
not pretty soon. No, I think his 120-day sentence started pretty recently, so we won't be seeing Malik for.
Hey, prayers up to Malik though.
But yeah, the other thing is we haven't seen you guys in a while, but Malik wants someone to shoot like a 30 for 30 doc on him this offseason, and the basshole was thinking about reaching out. So if you guys want to see us shoot a documentary for Malik Beasley 30 for 30 style, let us know, because I think it could be kind of unique. I don't know. I mean, like, the dynamics of going and like interviewing him in jail would be like honestly extremely interesting.
Not even. I mean, if we, I think we're definitely gonna write a letter to him. I don't know what we're gonna say, but we just had a little cutout
10 seconds ago.
But Malik jail is basically what we're talking about. We're gonna write him a letter. Might film a documentary for him. Might get him on the podcast. Might not get a response.
There's a lot of potential here for something crazy for the Basshole boys. So I think we gotta take advantage of that opportunity, honestly.
Oh yeah, why not? This is the one shot we got. I hope he's not in jail ever again, so we don't ever have to do this again. But
hopefully it can be like a tribulation to triumph type story. We get to see the jail time. We get to see the off season. Then we get to see the shine throughout the year.
But what I was saying, I think it might have caught, but Chris has been the biggest Malik fan even in the preseason. I didn't know much about the guy, and Chris is just preaching that. Because people were saying we overpaid him.
Well, people were saying that the end of his year was just a fluke, and I don't know how people were saying that. He played like half a season for us and averaged 20, but I don't know. People were saying we overpaid for him. I was always been on the train that said, no, we actually underpaid Malik Beasley pretty good. He probably could have garnered around $25 million from somewhere else. So we saved like $11 million per year on Malik Beasley. So props to Gerson. And another thing about the Gerson situation is we know Gerson likes to make huge trades. I don't know if I expect one this offseason, but I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, if there was some Myles trade for Malik thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of potential there. I'm not sure.
For sure, man. It's just nice to get back on the podcast, and it's kind of made me realize how much I've missed like watching the Timberwolves and like actually like having, because the Twins that fucking suck, man. Like I hate to swear.
We don't swear often, but man,
like,
the
dude,
Twins.
It's just such a disappointment, man. Like we were set. We're like, all right, Timberwolves might not be that good, but the Twins at least like they're gonna be great, and they had such high expectations, and they're just.
Well, it's just bad. Like we just. They only got better. I mean, technically they only got better, but they actually really got worse. We won't get into it, though.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm just saying, I'm so excited for next season, and I'm excited for the draft lottery to happen. I don't know when that's going to be. Is it after the season usually?
That's actually extremely soon. It might be late June, early July. I actually don't know the exact date, but it is coming up super soon. That's also another thing to think about. If we do get a pick,
do we deal it?
Do we? Yeah, I don't know. We don't have cap space, so we can't deal a pick straight for a player. And the other thing is, if we do get that top 3 pick, it's going to be about a $10 million contract added again. And the issue reoccurring with this Timberwolves team is we have so many high picks that these rookie scale contracts are like really big. Like Anthony Edwards gets paid for like a pretty good player already as a rookie. So adding another $10 million contract is not ideal, to say the least, without departing with a few pieces. With it, like if we draft a player, guys, Ricky's gone. I'm telling you right now, Ricky will not be on the team if we draft another player. We just don't have cap space.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, if we don't have another Timberwolves Talk, which we most likely won't until the draft lottery, I'm assuming.
Potentially, yeah.
I mean, it depends. It depends what kind of traction.
Depends what's happening. I mean, it really does.
And yeah, it depends if there's any big trades or anything. But I think kind of during the off season, we're just basically going to be doing these Timberwolves Talks on an emergency basis. Like, so Chris and I went fishing today, and then like we just decided to stay after, film a podcast for you guys. I'm going to edit it tonight, and then we're going to get out for you tomorrow. So I think if we can just do it like this, but next season we want to get on a very strict schedule that everyone's aware of, me and Chris are aware of, so we can coordinate the times. And I think that's just going to make it a lot easier for everyone to follow, and it's going to be easier for us to put out content. And yeah, but sorry we haven't really been too active.
I mean, guys, in all honesty, it's come down to we've just been extremely busy. Like,
both have jobs. I got 2 jobs. Chris
Peyton has 2 jobs. I work a 9 to 5 every day of the week. It's hard. It is really tough on the come up. I mean, that's the whole point of YouTube. It's really tough. So we just have to keep grinding it out. You know, you have to do stuff like this. You know, we thought. We were just going fishing today. You know, Peyton and I both came straight from work. Fished. We were like, you know, we're kind of both tired, but this Timberwolves Talk needs to get out. Yeah, we're going to keep doing our best, man. That's never really been a problem for us, is motivation.
And we love this shit, man. Like,
yeah.
It's cool because, like, we can talk about this, pretend like we're talking to people, and then we can post it, and then people will respond to us. And it's nice when people... communicate. We love the interaction. We love when people are in the comment section.
Yeah.
Even like I still check the comments every day. Like we get comments on random videos, and I'll still respond to them because it's dope, man. I love having interactions with people. But yeah, we're rambling. We're tired. I gotta edit this. We want to get this out to you guys tomorrow. So hey, drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. That means the world to us. Road to 400 followers. Huge milestone. We've been at the 390, the 395 range for like 2 months now, man. We got to get to 400. But
and guys, also the lifestyle channel too. There was a video. You know, our our first episode of the Basshole Tour was posted to lifestyle. You know, like we say, all our fishing videos are going up on there. We got one right now. We got one out right now, and we got one in the process, in the clip. So we're in the process of doing that. Probably this Saturday, potentially a morning fishing outing. We found a lake, actually. We found a lake, and I don't know how. I don't know how, but it was great. So
yeah. So we'll let you guys marinate with all that information we just gave you. Drop a comment, anything. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thanks for tuning in.